So hi everyone, welcome to the weekly SIG compute meeting. So let me share my screen. All right. So yeah, I have a few quick items here. So first of all, we have Daniel's VEP. Basically, this one missed the deadline, and we accepted an extension for it, but the extension ends today. From what I've seen, the PR is in a really good state. So I think it should get merged today unless there are like major concerns from anyone. Yeah, so just letting you know, I've LGTM'd it from my side. Yeah, and Vladik and Lubo, if you can take a quick look later, and Felix, which I'll preview this. Anyone thinking that it shouldn't be merged or that it's not ready, this is the time to speak.
I think this is only about the wording. I saw that there was some back and forth with Fabian, and just to make sure that the wording is correct.
Cool.
Yes, I believe so as well. By the way, I did ask around, and apparently there is a virtual GPA which provides both GPA as for backward compatibility, but virtual features on top of it to enhance them. And also there is apparently also option to download a Microsoft installation and just try it out if it actually works or not. So I would encourage the author to try this if it will be work, if it will work, or if it works today, just to make sure the justification is correct.
Sure. So thank you, Lubo. If you can comment that on the PR, I think it will be helpful. And yeah, I just remind everyone that we can update the VEP also. So if there are like minor adjustments that we want to do, we can do them as follow-ups. But I think like we should try to merge this today because it's pretty much ready, and we don't want to miss the deadline again. Worst case, yeah, we can do follow-ups.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think if we're okay with the API and the way things are, we should get it in. I don't know what you think.
Yes, if we can resolve all the comments.
Yeah.
Cool. So thank you for that. Another thing that we can discuss if you want to is the label for web implementation PRs. So Vladik raised it up a few times. Yeah, I generally think it's a good idea. We can discuss the details here because like I'm not sure how exactly we want to attack that. We could do like a generic web implementation PR or something like that. But yeah, what do you think?
From my point of view, we need a web in the KubeVirt that will be automatically generated if the PR is associated with an approved web. I'm not sure. So it has to be either a person who does that, like goes through these PRs and adds a label, but this is like not feasible. And we need to come up with a clever way how to do, how to add this programmatically. And I'm not sure how, because, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Vladik. Can't we change the template of the PR in KubeVirt so that the author can link the web tracker? And yeah, for sure, there should be an automation that if there is this association needs to add a label or something like this. But in general, I think that probably changing the template is already a step ahead in order to easily connect the web to the implementation.
As a web owner or one of the web owner, I think it is reasonable expectations on my side if I create a PR to add a specific label to begin with, even if automation is not set up immediately. Just to begin this process, I will be happy to add labels to my PRs as decided.
Yeah, but then I mean, it's up to the approver or the reviewer to actually go and validate. I'm just worried about misuse. I mean, if somebody, you know, just adds this label to a random PR, who will check that this is that this is really something to look at. But yeah, I mean, we can start manually.
I mean, maybe we can start simple with just generic. This is a web implementation PR. Like you should raise awareness for that, and then in the PR metadata, you would just write, yeah, I'm trying to resolve something that's related to this and that. That might be too simplistic, though.
Okay.
All right. So next we have Jan about IBM secure execution.
Hey,
do you wanna...
before we move on, there's one more topic on that I wanted to brainstorm here. So once we have this label in place, right? Is the will there be a periodic scanning of the PRs that has this label? What I'm getting at is, let's say if we are approaching code freeze a week before that, I would expect that all the PRs that are open will get some kind of a heads up that, hey, we are approaching code freeze. This PR looks in good shape, bad shape, whatever the status of that PR is. Let's focus on getting this across the line. Some kind of that heads up.
So from my point of view, I mean, we need to use the SIG meetings, both this one and the storage and network, to go over the all open PRs that are associated to the tracked VEPs and see what is the state of it, and then inside the SIG raise awareness for this PR and see if somebody can if it's need a reviewer, then find a reviewer. If it needs an approver, find an approver. But this has to be like not just your effort. It's definitely on the author to go ahead and advertise this in any possible channel that you need reviews and your PR is in priority, and you have a legitimate reason to push it even further. But we also need to track it in the SIGs as well.
Yeah, I'd say I agree with both of you. So we can both track it in the meeting, but like a bot reminding somebody that like you have a week before code freeze, I think it's also very beneficial. And I think that also Kubernetes are doing something similar.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, a week before with the how many webs do we have open? It will be a bit challenging. So we have like 17 webs, right? It will be a bit challenging to review and approve everything that's related. I mean, it has to be on like daily basis, not daily basis, but weekly basis. We need to track those and make sure that we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point, Vladik, and as I said, like I agree with both of you. I think both could be very beneficial because, like, sure, we need to track it, and yeah, if we get to a point where a week before the freeze we have tons of PRs to review, it would become impractical. But I also think, like, I don't know, raising one warning 1 month before the freeze and another one, I don't know, 2 weeks before or something like that, just to also raise awareness to the author himself. I think, but both could be very beneficial. But yeah, I get your point, and yeah, it's important to mention it. Any other thought about this topic?
I'm wondering, should this be SIG release? I'm not sure if SIG release is the right. It is a SIG, or where does the release usually in the Kubernetes community? SIG release folks come in and say, "Hey, this web is going to go over. Let's do something about it." So I'm wondering if this could be someone in the SIG release that can help out.
The problem is that all the same people. I mean, they in Kubernetes they have a lot of people. It needs to be somebody. I don't know. SIG release people is Lubo and Federico. It's all the same people who needs to review and approve, and it's just the pool of the same people. If somebody can
I
step
hear.
up and do that, that would be great.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. I think that's it for me, Lemar. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So, Ian, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, I basically just wanted to bring up my web again, since thanks to Alicia, I managed to merge it on the 30th, but it was like a month ago put into the deferred status because there were problems with the initial proposal. They have been fixed, of course, before it was merged. I just wanted to bring it up so it can be tracked for 1.6.
Yeah, sure thing. So yeah, we have a lot of time until we will plan 1.6, but for sure we can start looking at it and review it in advance. That's also always a good thing. So do you refer to the implementation PR, right?
Basically first to the web, since it's in the status deferred and I think doesn't show up in the tracked items right now.
Oh yes,
So
I
just
see.
so it doesn't get lost, basically.
Yeah, Itamar, the web was merged before the freeze, so and the tracker we set it to deferred.
Oh, and oh, sorry. So you want to track it in the upcoming release? Yeah, I was confused with version numbers. All right. So if it got merged before the freeze, I guess we can track it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Too many tabs.
Should we change the alpha, beta, and GIA release? Because I see alpha 1.5. Is it correct?
No, I think I just had them from the template. I can change that.
Thanks, Federico.
Thank you.
So we're talking about this one. Okay. So we'll move it to tracked, right? Cool.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. By the way, we don't have an approver assigned for this one, although it's already approved. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still need to make the changes to the actual implementation PRs that were changed in the proposal. So
Cool. So I see that Alicia and Vladik were the approvers. Cool. Okay, thank you. Anything else on that?
No, that was all.
Cool. So just a tiny point from my side before we move to Ali's point. Replacing the bot that we talked about. I just as a general reminder, the code freeze is in the end of June. So we have a lot of time ahead of us, but just wanted to raise that to let everybody know. Eli, take it away.
Yeah, hey, this will be a small one. So I checked the Kubernetes APIs in KubeBird right now. Even though they are at version 132, underneath they are being replaced with version 131. I'm just wondering if anyone is working on getting it bumped up to 132 or 133. At the minimum, for the DRA APIs, we'll need 132 because that's when it went beta. 133 would be preferred because they changed beta versions in 133. So we can start off there. Just wanted to know if anyone is working on it. If not, I can probably take it as part of the DRA work.
Yeah, thank you, Eli. So I actually tackled the same problem while working on the in-place hot plug. So basically, we have a 133 provider, but the thing is that Cryo didn't release a 133 release yet. So our 133 Kubernetes provider has an outdated Cryo version, which basically means that if new features were presented in 133, you most likely won't have them supported. Which is a bit unfortunate. On the other hand, Cryo are supposed to release a new version any day now, so we will consume it, and I do track it. If we're talking about 132, then yeah, I guess we should be fully updated.
So for the Cryo stuff, are there any APIs that we are particularly interested in? So the bump that I'm talking about is just a vendor dependency bump, right? Even if the provider is 132, the 133 API should be backward compatible to handle whatever provider we have underneath.
Sorry, I was mute. Here's the issue that I was talking about. So basically, like as you can see, I was like checking, and the client version is like 132, the server is 133, and that's the situation of it because of the Cryo released like only 132 releases. But yeah, 132 should work pretty good.
I think what I'm trying to say is just like how the client works, like 133 client works with 132 server, we should be able to bump the dependencies regardless of the providers. So in other words, even if we have a 132 provider in KubeBird, the client side dependencies can go to 133 because they are one version forward and backward compatible, or at least there are two, but in our case, it will just be a diff of one.
But I'm trying to understand. So in the 132 provider, you want Kubernetes to be bumped to 133, although the provider is 32. I mean,
So the ones that I'm talking about are the client-side API versions. And even if the actual server is 133, the client can be 130. Sorry, even if the actual provider and the server is 132, the client can be 133.
Right, but
Because
why
they are
not have
backward.
why not have the same client and server for each provider? Like 131 being like both the client and server 131, and same for every other version.
Because we cannot assert that at build time. So let me share the version bump that I'm talking about here.
Sure, maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, just 1 second.
You can
Okay.
share the screen if you want.
I'm pasting it on the chat here. Sorry, not ready. Okay, so if you look at that API version, right, it is 132. And in the replace section, it is replaced from 132 to 131, right? And that is a build time. This is Go mod stuff. This is build time thing. So even if the server is 133, this could be 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, plus or minus 2.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure that I have an opinion on this. Do we maybe have someone from the CI team? Daniel Hiller or Brian Carey? Yeah, I see that they're not here. But yeah.
Pardon me, what was the question?
The question is that even if the provider is 132, can we go ahead and bump the dependencies in GoMod to 133 or not? And I'm of the opinion then that we can bump it because the APIs are backward and forward compatible plus or minus 2 versions.
So usually we are very, very conservative and we're only using the most oldest version which we would support. So I think 131 for this one. But generally, if you are going to feature gate the behavior, then I think you should be fine. Because, for example, the new beta API you want to use will not be available on the 32 and 31, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So I don't see the problem because CI should still catch this if there are any issues.
Okay. Okay, then I think we're in alignment. I'll create a PR to bump this to 132, then 133, sorry, and we can leverage the newer APIs.
Okay, thank you, Eli. So we're reaching the time limit here. So anything else from anyone? All right. And thank you, everyone, and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Itamar. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.